Hello. Sakpasin, welcome to Fontonfrom. I'm your host, Sarah Nyango, and today we have a treat for you. We really, really do. Singer, songwriter, musician, cultural ambassador, mom. Those are just some of the titles that Empress Nyiringango wears. Welcome to the show, my Rwandan Canadian sister. Finally, we have you on the show.
Thank you very much for having me, Sarah.
So, can you tell our audience about your journey to Canada, first of all, because you are, an immigrant to this country?
Yeah, I came to Canada in 2007. I was a very ambitious young girl. I had my bachelor degrees in education in Rwanda, and I also had been touring in Africa. I went to Egypt, Cairo, for the International Theater Festival. I went to Congo in Bukavu. I went to Burundi. I went to other countries. Actually, I was born in Burundi because my parents were refugees there due to the genocide against the Tutsi in Rwanda in 1994. They exiled there early in 1972. So when I went to Rwanda after the genocide, I started writing songs because around me, people were in despair. We were in the ashes after the genocide against the Tutsi. My auntie, who was also my mom's sister, she was suffering. She had lost her 2 sons to the genocide. And my grandmother, many other family members, including my cousins, very close cousins. So I started writing songs about confronting people around me. And the only way in my heart, I felt like writing songs of comfort and it's hope, love and resilience will all take us to a better future. I didn't have any musical, background. Mm-hmm. We only sang in our living room with my parents. My dad played beautiful music. I listened to Harry Fontaine, c'est ça?
Harry Fontaine.
Barry Fontaine, Maria Makeba, many other amazing musicians across the world. So since I had developed the, singing or listening to music, I started writing songs, just humming, singing, improvising. And thankfully, when I went to the, high school in Rwanda, at the Lycée Notre-Dame de Citeaux, I picked up a guitar. Mm-hmm. I asked somebody to teach me how to play. And then from that time, I started writing songs. And some of the songs brought me to Canada. In
Really?
2007, yes.
How was that?
Because I was a part of this theater group led by Jean-Marie Vianney-Rurangwa, who is also a very good playwright. Yes. I think you've seen some of his plays. Yeah. And that play that we came to perform here and we toured across Canada is Wipe Your Tears and Stand Up. And this is one of the plays he wrote because of our history in Rwanda. And then when he saw me perform in Rwanda back at the Center of Culture, a cultural center in Rwanda, he saw me performing one of my songs and he was very, very touched by the song. So he integrated that song in his play. Invited to come with him and tour here. So I started playing that song and it's also my first album. And that song titled is Agahinda, which means chagrin or sadness. Mm-hmm. So that's how I came to Canada, and then I performed in many places. I went even to the University of Ottawa. There's a beautiful theater room there. And I started running other songs. I had also singles that I have, produced in Rwanda, but I had to make sure they were, in a beautiful album. And at the time, in 2007, I met Tito Medina, who saw me perform at there was a beautiful place downtown. There was an Indigenous People Festival. I was invited to perform there.
Mm-hmm. So Tito Medina is another cultural ambassador, but he's from Latin America.
He's from Latin America. He's from Guatemala.
Yes.
So those are the people really who encouraged me to not give up because they saw me and they saw potential in me. Mm-hmm. And they encouraged me to keep writing. And he actually told me, I will produce your first album, and which he did.
So before we move on, let's just backtrack a little bit. So you're self-taught. You
Yes.
didn't go to a conservatory
No.
or anything like that.
No.
So reading music is not something that you learned at a young age.
No.
And so I'm wondering what your parents thought about their little girl's interest in music, and then later you deciding to become a professional musician? Because
Yeah.
you know how African parents
I
can
know.
be.
Actually, I did not decide to become a professional artist. I just always felt that I needed to do this. It's an urge. It's like I was born to do this. I was born artist, and I found out that I was born to do this when I started writing my own songs, like in my own way, and then I did it in an authentic way because I didn't have like you know, this kind of feeling just to have to do things like somebody else. I just sang, and everything came out of really as original as possible. And I remember working with Tito Medina on my first album. He told me, "Do not change. Do not change this. This is good for you," because he's an amazing, you know, wise man who always has this, you know, love for the young people who has, you know, this kind of, you know, talent. So I remember when I started writing the songs, my father, who was at the time alive, he's not alive anymore, and he told me that, you know, do not give up on your school. So I kept doing school, I kept going to school, but at the same time, I went to register to this private school. I didn't have money. They saw my potential, and they invited me to just go in and learn a few things, like maybe singing techniques.
So
and
it was a music school.
It was, yeah, I did that a couple of times. That really also opened my eyes in how to do it better, and then to also listen to myself, and that also opened more doors. So I started writing songs with many other musicians, like Sophia Nzaisenga, who's an amazing Nanga player. I met her in that school. And then later on, when I came to Canada, in 2008, like a year later, my Tito Medina asked me if I could, you know, do some of these collaborations with other musicians. It was not possible. It was very hard to return home to do these kind of projects without funding. So what I did, I just said, let me just work with Mighty Popo. Mighty Popo was my neighbor at the time. It was amazing. So he came in and we worked with his band.
Okay,
That's how
so
we recorded
Mighty
the first
Popo,
part.
for our audience who may not know, his real name actually is Jacques Murigande.
Yes.
And Mighty Popo is actually the original ambassador of Rwandan music, because
Yes.
he's the one that really exposed our Ottawa audience
Yes.
to the beautiful music from your country. And by the way, can you give our audience a sense of Rwandan music? How would you describe it?
Okay, Rwandan music. Rwandan music, it's mostly like a pentatonic sound scale, and we have this sound that is close to blues, like from New Orleans. That's what I would say. The humming, the singing,
Okay.
even the drumming. We love drumming in Rwanda. We also love dancing.
Yes.
You have seen us dancing. We love smiling.
Yes.
You can see that on my face. We love smiling when you dance.
Yeah.
And we have different styles. We have like what we call it kinimba, which is dum dum bam bam, but it's faster.
Right.
And there's also one that is slower. And the one that is more popular right now is what we call moshagiro, or gakondo in general. We call our traditional music gakondo, but we have different styles from also the northern province of Rwanda, which is also called like it's really a different, you know, distinctive music style, but most people don't know about it yet. So, which I'm also exploring for my upcoming, you know, music album. Really interesting. So, what I like to play for me generally is that one that most people know, but I like to blend it with blues and jazz. And
You actually invented
yes.
a new form of
Yes.
music. Tell us about that.
So this new form, the way it came out, it was in 2018. I was after having my second daughter. I was just thinking about the song I wrote after the genocide called Amahoro Rwanda. And that song, it has those elements, the blues. It also has the desert blues, like a Malian blues. It has also the Rwandan traditional style called gakondo. So I said, this is the style I need to develop more, because whenever I sing in this way, I feel more connected to the ancestors. This is what I need to do. I was in my living room, I started singing. I was very, very much inspired to sing that way. So I started writing the new project, and that was Jebla. Jibra, which means jazz, blues, and Rwandan. It just came out, and that was during the pandemic when I was doing also writing on my second album, Ubuntu. So I started developing that sound, and then I was convinced that was the best way to do it.
Wow, amazing.
Yes.
Speaking of sound,
Yeah.
you brought your guitar.
Yes.
Does that mean you're going to sing a little something for us?
Actually, this song is a song that I really is close to my heart. It's a song about a girl that I want to encourage girls, because I was born as a girl, of course, and in an environment where girls are not supposed to have dreams to perform in front of a big crowd and have this kind of dream. And this is about encouraging and motivating young girls not to give up on their dreams. For instance, if you have a dream to become a doctor, you can do it.
Okay.
Just put your mind and your heart to it.
Okay.
So this song is about that.
ibigeragezo niba byose uzabihishe mu bwitonzi n'ubugwaneza indero wahawe itagira amakemwa imbaraga ubushake n'ubushishozi uzabikenyeza umurava maze ukomeze temwe ntitwashidikanya na rimwe yuko ibyawe bizasakara isi abasizi bose bakagusingiza bakwita umwari ikibasumba bagahebuza umuziranenge uranirwe mwana w'u Rwanda uranirwe mwana wa Canada uranirwe
Wow. I could listen to you all day.
Thank you.
And I have been known to stalk you and follow you around town at all your performances. That is amazing. And we can hear the blues, the bluesy sound in it. And you took me all the way back to Rwanda.
Yes, thank you. Yeah.
So listen, you did mention that some of the people who opened doors for you and some of the collaborations you've had, but two other collaborations that really stand out to you, if you could just highlight those.
The first one is my producer. I can't leave this studio without just thanking him. Aaron Itunga. He's a Burundian and Canadian. He's actually a award-winning producer.
Oh, wow.
He plays with Okavango.
Oh, yes.
He plays the guitar.
Okavango African Orchestra.
Yeah, very humble. You wouldn't even see him. He's just very humble. But this man, when I met him for the first time, it was in 2018. I was in Rwanda working on that project. I thank Canada Council for the Arts for funding that program, that project. The recording of Amahori Rwanda and Jazz in Love and another song called Ishimwe. It was an EP. And then I called him. I said, please come and listen to what I want to do. He loved it. So from that time to this day, we are still working together. This is somebody who really understands and cherishes my vision and the concept of my work. And you can hear that on the album Ubonu, what we've done together. So this man, he's also connected me with other musicians like Kipeti. Kipeti is an elder. I never do any of these projects without consulting the elder. It's very important. The elder in my community in Rwanda, those who came before us, is very important. Because these people know more about the culture, about the music than we do. We're still learning. I'm still learning. I'm on a learning journey. So these two men actually helped me a lot with my second album because it was during the pandemic, they were available, and I took that opportunity to work with them, and together we did great things. We were able to collaborate with some of the finest musicians from South Africa, like Dunduzo Makatini. He's the one who played the piano on that album. He's also ethnomusicologist at the University of KwaZulu-Natal. He travels everywhere. He works with Blue Note. He's one of the signed artists of Blue Note. He travels everywhere. So I don't know if we can even get to see him and record something together right now. But those are the people that I feel really happy and grateful to have worked with. And there's also another one, local artist called Winroth. He's a celloist and composer. Raphael. And there's also other ones that I've never forget to mention, like the ones that are from Zimbabwe who played the drums on the album. His name is Damba. We are planning to work with him in Morocco, actually. I'm going next month.
So, listen, you're name dropping all these African countries. So are you telling me that you came from Rwanda, you came to Ottawa, you toured with that theater group, and you went from that to now collaborating with artists from other countries? And weren't you recently in Togo and Benin? Yes, I was. I was there in April, and I also went to Togo. There's this jazz festival called Togo Jazz Fest, and we worked with Nathalie Bernardin. I want to thank her too, because she was the leader of our delegation from Canada. We went with Sugar Crush, it's another Canadian band. And there was also Patrice, who also is a coordinator of Pasaka Music. He's an agent and a manager of many other artists like Zalsek. So, these people, that whenever I go and meet with these people, it's not about only meeting them. It's also building lasting relationships and collaborating with them. Because anytime I listen to their work, I get inspired. That's why I came up with this. Actually, they invited me to perform with them and record with them. There's one artist from Togo. We are doing something, and we are cooking something for you. That is something is in store for you. You'll have to come back and tell us about that. Yeah, so whenever I travel, like whenever I go to Rwanda, I make sure I work with those special people like the Inanga musicians, like on the second album. And of course, Inanga is our Rwanda's oldest instrument. Okay. Actually, it's in the Great Lakes region. It's a string instrument? It's a string instrument. Yeah. It has a pentatonic sound scale. And something very interesting came out when we were working on the second album. There's a young Inanga player called Patient Kayezu who was able to develop a diatonic sound scale on Inanga. That is something that has never done before. Wow. So my producer, Aaron, was able to teach him how to use it in the proper manner, because it hasn't been done before we recorded that album. So he was thanking me a few days ago that, thank you for bringing that project. My understanding on how to play this instrument on that diatonic sound scale has multiplied. So your projects are inspiring and innovative at the same time. Yeah. So if somebody is watching this and they are an up-and-coming artist or aspiring, what kind of advice would you have for them that you wish you would have had when you were starting
The
out?
first and foremost is having a vision and loving that vision. Just going and for it. Because it's hard. It's really challenging to do it as a mother of two young girls. You know, I think the most important thing is to follow your heart. That's what I have been doing all along. So you make sure you also work hard consistently.
Consistency.
Because sometimes we think that once you release one album, you think, oh, just people know me. It's not how it works. With music, it's like you can't build, you cannot swim the whole ocean. Music is like whole ocean. It's really, it's amazing. You every time you learn something, you are amazed by what you're learning and what you can use. Just one thing you learn. So it's very important to be consistent in what you're doing and build relationship. Humble yourself, and because in that way you learn from the masters. You learn from those who really know, and then make sure you keep track of what you've done, your progress, because that's what I've been doing. Because my first album is way different from what I've done.
Oh, I know.
You know
have
that.
all your albums.
Yeah, I know.
So I noticed the difference.
You see, it's very important because you can't say, "Oh, I've done this. It's
Oh,
good."
no.
No, it can be. You can always do
It's
better than
amazing.
yesterday. So,
Yeah.
like what I'm planning now is to do better next time, and next time do better than last time. So it's very important that we keep that in mind, and resiliency. Because you will meet people who disappoint you,
Yes.
who reject you, a lot of rejections along the way. So what you need to do, just like Martin Luther King says, if you just move, even if you're crawling, move. If you're walking, walk. If you're running, run. But don't stop and relax. Just keep moving.
That is such great advice.
Yes.
Your vision, stick to it.
Yes.
Be consistent and be consistently seeking to improve.
Yes, to improve.
on what you're doing
Yes.
and learning.
Yes.
And learning from the best.
Yes.
And resiliency.
Yes.
Don't give up.
I know.
Don't
If you
give
have to
up.
cry, cry.
Yeah.
Because in your song, you can cry. There
Yeah.
are songs that I've written when I was crying.
Yeah.
I was going through a lot. Actually, it was a healing.
Yes.
So I love this because for me, it's also my therapy. Music is a healing. That's because my journey has been a healing journey. Not only for my people who have suffered, or have suffered a lot, but myself as a mother, as a human being, as an immigrant and a black woman.
Yeah. Anyway, Empress Nyiringango, thank you. Thank you so much for blessing us with so much great music over the years. And there's much more to come, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And wishing you much success as you continue to produce some amazing, amazing
Thank you.
work. Murakoze cyane.
Thank you. And before I go, I would like to encourage our viewers to go and look
Yeah.
at my music. I have my YouTube channel. I go by Empress Nyiringango. I can just spell or pronounce
that's
my name.
fine. We'll put it up on the bottom.
Yeah, you can do that, please. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you can also subscribe to my channel. I'm planning to do more things, and I keep you posted. Thank you so much for having me, Sarah.
Thank
It's been a
you.
pleasure.
Thank you very much for listening to our conversation. And we really like to hear from our viewers. So feel free to write to us and tell us what you thought about this episode. And tune in again next time for another episode of Fontonfrom right here on Rogers TV. Kwaheri and bye for now.
Umurage means legacy, legacy of love, unity, reconciliation, and resilience. See you.